Well, kia ora everyone, welcome back to Good Life by Design with myself, Carly Flynn, and Hamish Dodd. And today, who are we talking to today, Hamish?
We're talking to Mark Southon, chef extraordinaire. We haven't seen him in ages. How are you, Mark?
Good, guys. How are you guys?
It's been wonderful.
Missing your cooking.
Yes.
Cafe, I have to say, Chef Mark.
I've got no little ability just to go, oh, hey, just out of interest anymore. How do I cook this? I did used to enjoy trying to emulate your recipes, and it would very much be, like that Nailed It program where we would have the picture of the original and then mine, and I would go, oh, the colour's wrong, it just doesn't quite look right.
So for those of you who don't know Mark, he's a fantastic chef, was a host on the Cafe TV series for a very long time, joined myself and Hamish and Mel and Mike Puru and co in studio for a number of years. Now he's got a big flash job as the executive chef at the new Hilton in Karaka, and just an all-round good guy. So today we thought we would talk about designing a kitchen with a chef and what he would do, how he would do it, and what's worked for him in his commercial and his home kitchen. So, Mark, let's just first of all kick off with the fact that you've got yourself a new job at a new gig at Hilton Karaka.
Yeah.
Sort of like lots of long roasted meat and deliciousness on the menu.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. So we're actually building it as we speak. Well, I'm not building it, thank God. But you can see it every sort of, couple of days or weeks we go in, and, you can see the progress there. So it's really exciting. So our kitchen's all designed. We're just going through the process now of picking out all the plates and the crockery and knives and forks and all these little bits and bobs. So it's really exciting, and it's perfect to talk about today, actually. So it's really good.
Can you give us a little...
Sorry, Hamish, you get to design everything from the knives and forks to the bowls to not just with the food we're eating, but what kind of oven and things that you're going to put in there.
Yeah, no, definitely. So the kitchen was already pretty much designed, but I did just get in at the right time to tweak a few things and put some of my toys in, which is really exciting. But yeah, like picking out all the plates. I mean, that's great. It's there's so much choice out there now. And I think the hardest thing is trying not to forget something I need.
So can you tell us a bit about the plates? What way have you gone with the crockery? Have you moved away from white, or are you using earthy sort of tones?
So I think one of the main things, I mean, my background is more restaurants and food focused than hotels. So this is my first sort of foray into a hotel. So it was still quite important that I didn't want it to feel like a hotel. I mean, it is a hotel, but I want the restaurant to be its own identity. We've got a separate entrance for people to come in. So we'll have that feel of a restaurant. It's open, it's got a nice flow. And going back to the crockery, it's like, it wants to be, different plates there. I'm not having the standard white hotel plates. We've picked out some cool, sort of earthy colours, different textures, tones. But then, we're going to get lots of different plates. We're going to match the plates with the food.
Oh, I like it.
So that'll develop, yeah. And then we're going to have a good area focused on the menu for meat, because we all love meat, especially you, Hamish.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be your new local. We've got dry aging fridges going in, so we're gonna do some beef dry aged and maybe some pork as well, some other things. Have a play around, and just celebrate local produce and New Zealand produce, and just have a really cool, fun environment as well for food.
Oh, it sounds fantastic. Hey, just taking your chef hat off for a little bit, because not many of us here on the Good Life by Design are going to be designing a chef kitchen. Even though Hamish fancies himself as a bit of a chef sometimes. I've got this wonderful new kitchen, and often we have baked beans or poached eggs. But how would you design your own home kitchen, Mark?
I think you've got to ask yourself first, like, is it an important area of the kitchen? If it's, if you love cooking and you spend a lot of time in there and a lot of time hosting, it wants to be that sort of central point of the house, really. So I suppose it all goes down to the house design and where the kitchen's located. If it's in the corner, or you'd have it, you know, running down the side of the main room. So you've got, you know, a dining area, and then it goes into lounges, and you've got, you know, a freestanding sort of breakfast bar. So I think that's the first thing, because we actually designed a house in Pocono, well, it's 5 years ago now. And what I wanted was a freestanding breakfast bar. And we already had the plans and everything. So no matter how much I tried to draw it and cut pieces of paper out and change it and convince designers that, 300 mils was adequate to get around it, but I couldn't do it. So I had to, we've got like a U-shape design, but then I swapped a few things out, and we've got a walk-in pantry, and it's really practical and it's brilliant. So I'm really happy with it.
Induction or gas?
Yeah, and then that's the next thing. So this is I get asked this all the time as well from from customers or people coming to watch their demos at food shows, and you know, for a long time, and probably will say, I mean, I love gas. Being a chef, you know, gas is, you can turn it on, you put it on high, and your pan's pretty much hot, and you can sort of, you know, you can treat it quite mean, and you know, you don't have to be too careful with it, you know, as a professional kitchen, you know, it's built to last.
As a professional chef, that is, yeah.
But I mean, man, the induction technology now it's getting so good. I would actually look at induction. I actually wanted to put induction in as I wanted me gas range, and then I'd love to have like 2 little induction plates sunk in. So maybe I'll do that one day. But what I did see last week, coincidentally, is I think it was Fisher and Paykel, but they have I think it was a 900 unit, and you had 4 induction on there, and then you had 1 gas ring, like a large gas ring on the side. And
that's good.
So that's, you know, best of both worlds, because, you know, one big strong gas ring is probably good. You know, you can fry on that, you can do that, and that's the, you know, that's why you want gas, you know, to get that high heat, big pans, and cook your meat in there. And then, you know, you can do all your sauces and your veggies on there on induction. So I thought that was really good.
Yeah, that's a really good thing to do, to actually have them as a combination. I mean, and I hadn't even thought about the fact that you're right. Gas, with the way the hobs are built, with the iron sort of plate thingies or whatever they call those on top, you can bang pots down on them, whereas you can't with induction. It's a glass top. So if you start slamming stuff on it, you're going to break it.
Yeah, I can tell you that firsthand.
We've got induction, and I'm trying to figure out which of my existing pots actually work by putting a magnet on the bottom of it at the moment to see if I need to upgrade my pots and pans as well. What about refrigeration, Mark? Because there's so much happening in this space with you know, there was no way we could afford to put an integrated fridge in. They're just absolutely crazy money. But even though Hamish has got one right behind his cupboard right now, it's just there.
Even though it's only this big.
There
are all sorts of wonderful things happening, and you know, those cool drawers are amazing, but they're $5,000.
Yeah, I know, and that's it. I think you need to, you've really got to set your budget before you look into everything.
Yeah.
Like with everything, you look into it and you go, "Wow, that's amazing! I can do that. I can see that in the kitchen. It's perfect." And then it's like, like 25 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand. So you need to sort of really work to that budget and add a bit more onto the budget. But refrigeration. I mean, you know, we had a small fridge for ages, and it was never big enough. And then, you know, our family grew, and then we built the house, and we were like, right, we need to get a double door fridge. So we got a Fisher and Paykel double door, and it was great. But it was the side by side one, so you've got the freezer down one side. So I thought that would be more practical for the freezer. But what I'm finding is you've got a lot of space, but it's not very wide fridge space. So if I got a new fridge now, I'd get one of the, you know, the actual
French door one.
Yes, get that, and then underneath. I'll definitely go for that. But if you can afford it, definitely get your smart hook.
Absolutely. Now, listen, for those of you listening, tuning into the Good Life by Design podcast, brilliant to have your company. Hamish is a very accomplished interior designer, and Mark is a very accomplished executive chef. I just sort of thought, being the person that isn't accomplished in either of those things, I could do a quick fire with you. So this is going to be a yes or no, like a one or the other kind of thing, okay? So, Mark, handles on cabinetry or no handles?
Oh, I like handles.
Hamish, hot water tap or not?
Yeah, hot water tap. Yeah, for sure.
Incinerator, Mark, or no?
Yes.
Ooh, compost as well?
Yeah, compost. Well, we've got an incinerator, but it's broken, so we're composting.
That is the problem with incinerators. Hamish, deep freeze or no deep freeze?
Deep freeze.
Beer fridge, wine fridge, Mark. Which one would you have?
Can you have both?
You don't have one.
Wine fridge.
And style-wise or design-wise, Hamish, would you have a island bench with dining combo, or you know how people are putting dining room tables into their kitchens these days without the island bench?
I would have a smaller island bench, and yes, you know how people are building the island and dropping the level down and turning that into the dining table. I would actually put the dining table there.
Yeah, that is quite an interesting look. Yeah,
so you have the option to move it around and shift it if you want. The reality of it is it all depends on scale.
Yeah. Affordability, scale, and that's what it comes back to, right? So I wonder how much of a budget Mark's got at at the moment.
He'll have some nice tables in at the restaurant.
Oh, definitely. It's great. Somebody else's money as well, so it's.
Hey, Mark, welcome to my world.
Having just been that person where people have spent my money on things, design-wise, I don't want the shopping to stop. I'd like to just start doing it for a job, please, because it's so much fun spending other people's money.
It is.
It's good.
Hey, Mark, one last question before I know we've got to head off in a minute. Oven-wise, 900 oven or two 600s?
Yeah, see, that's another thing. See, I got a free standing oven, which was 900 because I wanted that extra space with the gas on top, which is great. But if I had to change it, or if I chose again, I would probably go for that 900 half induction and gas, and then I'd put two 600 ovens in.
The state of you, 3 ovens in total.
Theme well, and then practically I could do 10-course degos every night.
I'll be there in 20.
Meanwhile, Mark, Hamish and I will book the Uber and we'll be out your way for opening night and look forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. I'll keep you posted and I'll see you there.
Fantastic.
Sounds good. Cheers, buddy.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great to
see you.
Well, that is The Good Life by Design. Carly, Flynn, Hamish, Dodd, your hosts today. You can check us out on anywhere you listen to your podcasts. We've also got a YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Instagram. Love to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about and any ideas for what you'd like us to talk about next. Always welcome, aren't they, Hamish?
They certainly are, Carly.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see if I have done that.